Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make are egg bread rolls or buns. This is a pretty easy recipe and they come out just delicious. I went ahead and made the dough in my bread maker on the dough cycle. You can certainly make this by hand. I'm going to start off again by giving you the recipe and ingredients right up front, and they will be below the video. You're going to need 1 egg beaten, a half a cup of milk, at least at 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 tablespoon of butter, which you'll really need to melt it and allow it to cool. I melt mine in a bowl in a microwave. 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a teaspoon of salt, 2 cups of bread flour. I probably get a lot of questions, can I use all-purpose? Well, in this particular recipe, I have never used all-purpose. I've only used the bread flour. I like the rise of it, the texture. It's a chewier texture, I believe, with the bread flour, and that's why I use the bread flour as the recipe has been written. And 1½ teaspoons of active dry yeast. So I'm going to just take this out of my bread machine here, put a little bit of flour on my countertop, and show you the dough. I'll set that aside. Okay, and this is how it's going to come out. Now this is half. It's going to be double this. Okay, so this is half of it. I have my scale because I like to measure my rolls so that they all, bake up the same, look the same. On these particular egg bread rolls, I usually make about 2.1 ounces for each roll. Okay, and all right, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that and cut up a few here. Okay, and this dough is very easy to work with. It's very manageable. It's not a sticky dough. It's just easy to work with. It really is a nice dough when it comes up. Okay, alrighty. And as I mentioned, there are 2.1. That'll work out nicely. Okay, and then on just forming them, it's up to you. However you like to form your rolls. I just flatten mine out. Then I bring them all together by pinching the bottom together like that. There are many other methods, and I'm sure you have your own that works very well. And then I just roll them in the palm of my hand to form a nice round ball. Okay, I have a heavily greased pan, but of course you can use your parchment paper if you want. And 3, 4, 5. I generally get about 10 rolls, 9 or 10 rolls out of this recipe, which is kind of nice because sometimes you don't want the recipe to be too large and have a lot of them left over. Yet if you wrap them well, double wrap them, you can freeze them. But it is nice sometimes just to have just that right amount for family. If you need more, of course, then you're going to have to make, a double recipe, So I'm just going to finish off rolling these real quick, and I'm trying to space them apart just a little bit. It's okay if they touch a little. There's no problem with that. Okay. I do want to tell you that you will bake them at 350 degrees, and they will bake up for you anywhere probably between 12 and 15 minutes, depending on your oven. And as we know, ovens all set up so differently. So do watch them. I like to start watching mine around, oh my gosh, around 10 minutes or so, because they will burn very, very quickly. Now you can put an egg wash over them if you prefer, or you can dust a little flour on top if you like to do that. And there they are. Now, once you have them rolled, then take a clean towel or a piece of plastic wrap and cover them till they're double in size. Again, then once they're doubled in size, you can bake them at your 375 degrees. Let me rinse my hands real quick. Being I was touching raw dough here with eggs. Okay. I want to show you what they look like once they're baked up. They really come out quite beautifully, golden brown, nice golden bottom to them. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but they bake up really nice and tall. They're just about the perfect size per person, and that was 2.1 ounces that I made these rolls. And then let's go ahead and cut one open here so that you can see the inside. They have just a beautiful texture to them. They are very light and delicate. The crumb, you can see, I don't know if you can see, but they're very soft and they're a chewy roll. They have a firm crust, but I wouldn't say, you know, that it's a real crispy crust on the outside, but they are just delicious. They melt in your mouth. Great with some sweet butter or your butter and jam. Many times I actually slice them, and then also you can toast them in your toaster. So they're really great tasting rolls and very easy, I think, to make. And there you have it. You've got egg bread rolls or buns, and it's relatively just pennies to make these rolls. And they taste a whole lot better than the ones that you probably, that we all buy in the grocery store. So I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this recipe and you've tried it, well, leave a comment, because I always like to hear from you. And as a reminder, you'll only find my videos on YouTube. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.